Each year, News 4 celebrates Women's History Month by recognizing remarkable women in Western New York. Many Buffalo residents likely know Zeneta Everhart, but who is the woman behind the bright smile and contagious laugh? I sat down with the Maston District Councilwoman to find out.
I love being around people. I love the energy of people, but I equally love solitude, actually. That's how I'm able to do what I do every day.
Though it's hard to put into words the powerhouse Zeneta Everhart is, let's start from the very beginning, on the east side of Buffalo.
Both of my parents were, working class people. When my parents split up, our family went through a very tough time. A very, very, very tough time. My mom went through a tough time. She suffered from depression. After the breakup, she began using drugs, and for a very long time. So you can just imagine what that was like growing up.
Zeneta started working as a young girl to help her family make ends meet.
I wasn't one of the kids that got to use their paycheck to go buy cool clothes and things like that. I was paying electric bills. I dropped out of high school, right? That's something people don't know. I have a GED. I never graduated. I didn't walk across that stage.
And when she needed it most, Zeneta received her greatest gift, her son, Zaire Goodman.
Kids sometimes save your life, right? And I tell people that about Zaire. He saved me. It was a true, true blessing, because my life could have been different, a lot worse.
While raising Zaire, Zeneta decided to go back to school to pursue TV production. She went to Villa Maria College for her associate degree and then went to Canisius for her bachelor's. 1 month later, she found herself diving into what she always wanted to do.
I started working at Spectrum News. I was living my dream.
But sometimes dreams change. She made the transition to politics, working for then-Senator Tim Kennedy as his Director of Diversity and Inclusion. In that role, she brought direct resources to her neighborhood. She created the East Side Blueprint, through which the Single Moms Club was born, a space for community, sisterhood, and trust. It has connected 5,500 women in 7 years.
Zeneta has shown other single moms who might be struggling right now, not only that resources exist to help them grow and thrive, but it's never too late to become who they want to be.
Something you had to experience as a mother is the fear of losing your child, right? When 5/14 happened, in the days after, how did you navigate that?
Oh man, that was a lot.
On May 14th, 2022, Zeneta's son was shot by a racist gunman who killed 10 people. Zaire survived.
My son's back was those were truly the roughest days of my life. And I've been through some things. One day I'll tell somebody about them all. But that day, there's nothing like that.
In the darkest days of trauma, something beautiful was brought to light. Zeneta and Zaire's Book Club, a celebration of diversity, acceptance, and representation. They started collecting thousands of books for schools, libraries, and community centers.
It just lit a fire, literally across the world.
Zeneta has always been a champion of education and of literacy and of kids. It just made sense when people were asking how they could help for us to connect her and connect them with the books that had helped her raise Zaire.
Something else came 1 year after 5/14. The Buffalo Black Caucus, an annual day of empowerment to address the systemic inequalities that came to the forefront not only on the East Side, but beyond.
For me, the 1 year anniversary meant I heard you. I heard you loud and clear. It was just beautiful to see how many people showed up to these events just to soak up some knowledge, right? And to feel seen and heard.
Beautiful, because the East Side is Zeneta's safe haven.
When I think about my childhood and growing up, and I think about, the days where I was trying to escape what was happening in the house, and I would go to the library, and the librarian started taking notice that I was there every day, and she would bring me little snacks, right? Like, it is that. That is what the East Side is to me.
That love for her community runs so deep, Zeneta ran for the Buffalo Common Council in 2023 and became the first woman elected to the Maston district since the early 60s.
We live in a world where so many decisions are being made about a woman, and we're not at the table, which is crazy. That doesn't make sense. How can you make a decision about what I should be doing with my body or with my children or around education or, anything? I have to be at the table.
So she pulled up a chair and sat down, and Zeneta went to work. One of the first things she did was bring an Office of Gun Violence Prevention to the Queen City.
The police show up, ambulance, fire truck, and then everybody goes away. Like, where's the follow-up? We need those offices in our communities. We need to make sure that we are protecting people from trauma. And when trauma does happen, we have a resource for them. And I'm still on that mission. I'm not gonna stop.
The mission was inspired from her trips to Washington after 5/14, where she met with the president and testified before Congress fighting for gun reform.
It was a shoot your shot moment, and I did.
Who Zeneta is today at 43 years old is the woman her mother always raised her to be, an alpha female who unapologetically forges her own path.
Her story is just so powerful to other people who might have been in her shoes and who are in her shoes, to just see the power of support, the power of positivity, and the power of putting your dreams into action.
I'm just a woman. I'm just a Black girl from the East Side who's a dreamer. I'm a dreamer, and I can work to make those dreams realized, so yeah.
And we invite you to tune into News Forward for every Tuesday throughout the month of March to hear the stories of standout women in Western New York. The local winner of this year's Remarkable Women campaign will be announced on Tuesday, April 1st.